Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to react to this. Of course, you know I love Nana. And Nana and Angela are on GBN and discussing, well, Harold and Fraud a little bit. Then we go into a conversation about Omid's book. I thought it'd be a good one to pause, react to, discuss. So I'm excited to jump into this with you. Thank you guys for being here. I'm Jen. I honk because I care. No, I had more comments. Why don't you explain why you honk? I explain it a lot. A Meghan stan called me, said I sound like a drunk goose, so that's why I honk at everybody. So honk, honk. P.S. I'm on the travel mic again. That's why I sound a little different. Happy Thanksgiving to you all, even if you are not in America and you don't know what it's about or celebrate it. That's okay. I'm thankful for all of you. Let's jump into this.
There's always something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. And on the menu, the fabulous Angela Levin.
I say this every time. I just love Nana. I mean, not only is she gorgeous, she is so intelligent. I love the way she speaks. I share a lot of the same views in terms of Harold and Fraud, the way she sums those two losers up, and I enjoy watching her, and I really particularly enjoy when she and Angela get into a conversation.
What has been going on? We've had Netflix, they've released the latest series of The Crown.
So I don't actually watch The Crown. I know some of you do. I've heard a lot of you say you hate this season. I totally get it. They get into a little bit of a discussion about it. I'll let it we'll see how it goes. I may end up trimming that part out, but it's more about Harold and Fraud that I'm interested in what they're discussing.
Which covers the final weeks of Princess Diana's life, and the producers have faced criticism for portraying events of 1997. Meghan Markle as well. She's apparently moving away from the whole royal family drama.
Isn't that funny? On the heels of, well, just everything that they do, the continuous relaunches, all of it. I forgot that I'd heard that too. Like, they're moving on. Yeah, right. We just came off of the King Charles birthday drama of it all. Nowhere they're moving on. We're about to hit, again, that book. So no, they're not moving on.
Well, there's so much to unpack. Thankfully, royal biographer Angela Levin will be doing that for us right now. Angela.
Hello, there is a lot, so I'll talk succinctly and quick.
I won't interrupt. That's code for shut up.
We'll go backwards. Meghan was actually out at some do, and she did all the turn right, turn left. And she said what she really wants to do now, huge smile, was to make people feel.
Okay. I assume she's talking about the beige event. You're so beige. I bet you make this event about you. I'm still saying that song. Anyway, I assume that's what Angela is talking about. I had not heard that conversation. Have you? And make people feel what? We already feel. It's you, Meghan Markle, that does not seem to have a grasp on reality or feelings or emotions or anything like that.
And I burst out laughing because I thought,
Feel what?
Feel what?
I mean, that's the same reaction I had listening to this clip. Feel what? It's only you and your stupid handbag husband that don't seem to feel. You don't seem to mind bullying a 90-something-year-old lady, Her Majesty the late Queen, and going on Oprah and lying about it. It's you guys that don't feel. We've already got the feelings. We feel strongly.
What does she actually mean? But I think it's one of those woke sort of things. And she was wearing beige, which she made a huge complaint about, that she said the royal family made her because they didn't want her to use any bright colour. So here we have Miss Hypocrite again. And if she really doesn't want to belong to the royal family, why is she hanging on like death for the titles?
Exactly this. This sticks in my mind too. I mean, we know why she does it, but yeah, if things were that bad and she's accusing them of the things she's accused them of, it doesn't make any sense. But both she and Handbag have nothing else to offer, so they have to cling on to those titles.
For the titles for her children. So I think we just have to wait and see. I think a lot of these things I am going to do actually never come to any good. But she was excited to be there without Harry, of course.
Love it. It's the of course for me. I'd be excited to be anywhere without Harold. But it is funny. She truly, both of them seem to be more in their own element when they're on their own. You only see him like smiling big when he's at these events without her. He's always got that manic rictus grin, so it's hard to tell what she feels and when. I don't that's what makes it even funnier that she's going to teach us how to feel.
Just smiling and looking this way and that and trying to look as happy as possible. Right?
So what about, have you watched The Crown? I'm presuming
I watched all 6 episodes on Thursday.
Come on then.
Yes, and some of it was interesting, some of it was moving, but what was a killer at the end was Diana, who had died, and she comes back as a ghost.
I'm going to summarize for you what they say, because, I don't watch The Crown. I don't know if any of you guys do or not. You can definitely leave me comments about it. I've heard some of you say it's terrible this season, but yeah, I didn't know they're bringing Diana back as a ghost. They said, Angela explains, basically they paint Charles to be very weak. They paint the Queen not so nice. They paint just a lot of stuff. Sounds like Harry and his buddies over at Netflix, I don't know, maybe work something out. Who knows? But she said he was barely in it. They kind of allude to him maybe being into some substances, but not really showing him doing anything too wild. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. I know it's some of yours. Again, leave me comments if it's something you're watching, but I'm going to move on past this and get to some more good stuff. Here we go.
It is so crude and vulgar.
I don't mean to laugh, because I'm thinking, does she also chat to Meghan Markle as well in her ear?
Off you go. She wouldn't take...
Clear off, leave my son alone.
Yes, less.
What about Harry? What did they do to Harry?
Well, poor old Harry had a tiniest little part, and he was just with his brother, and his brother spoke to his mother first before he did, so he was a little bit upset about that. And that's about it, really. He was barely in it.
Oh, dear. Anything else on the menu?
As for Scobie...
Oh, yes, Scooby-Doo,
yeah,
we like
Scooby-Doo. He has been incredibly unpleasant about the royal family.
Okay, so again, still getting comments. Don't buy his book. Don't worry, I'm not going to buy his book. I'm working on getting it from the library, so we'll read it when we read it, and I will summarize it for you so you don't have to worry about it. It's like I want to see, I feel like we should read it to see what he's saying. Part of me is dreading it, but then I think, who is this clown? So can anybody just call themselves a royal correspondent? I'm a royal correspondent. There you go.
He said very nasty things. He said William was absolutely fed up with his brother.
It is my opinion that based on the past and what we've seen, he's obviously working with the Harkles. Duh. That's not breaking news. But if he is, I don't believe, and I'm not part of that family, but I'm a royal correspondent. I don't believe that Harry still speaks to William. They're not in contact. I mean, again, I'm not there, but so how would Omid know anything about William or anything that William's up to or anything that William's involved in? I believe, it's my opinion, that Harold is feeding him this crap and he just writes it down. Royal correspondent. And
he went ahead and was also working with the television, the press, to give him all the publicity and not Harry. Well, what an awful thing to say. What an unfair thing to say. A lot of the words he says about Harry, I found was exactly the opposite of what Harry said to me.
There you have it. Angela and Nana, brilliant as always. I always enjoy watching them. I specifically like to listen to them and both of their take on Harold and fraud. I'm still stuck on the Meghan saying she's going to make people feel. Feel what? You can't even be specific in that. Unbelievable, right? She's gonna teach the little people, us, how to feel. All right. Well, if it's anything like feeling like what she's expressing in this picture, I'm gonna say no thanks. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Happy Thanksgiving week. I have so much more planned for this week, so check back lots. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.